set of specs, or choose to put this back into a capital budget for next year.
Did we spend all the rest of the money that was put aside for capital purchases for the DPW?
I believe there may be one or two items that have excesses in the account. That is the other option. We could certainly take from any ordinances that have surplus in them, and for that you would have to do an amending ordinance, but we could do that as well. We thought the value of this is that grant money can only be used for things like this, and it is available, and would avoid putting more money into debt or from use from tax dollars. So we thought that was a better option.
I was part of the committee meeting, and I totally agree with this. The idea of using grant money rather than take excess money, if we have excess money in the ordinances at the end of the year, that money could be reallocated back into other areas where the grant money is very specific as to what it can be used for. And this falls under the area, and we do have some funds there. So I think the feeling of the committee was the better way to do it was to do this. I also want to state for the public's knowledge that our DPW superintendent went out and shopped around and actually went to some auctions and such and found some trucks that he felt would be excellent for less than the amount of money we had in our ordinance. But under the laws and the bidding laws, there's no way you can purchase for a municipality under that. So this is another case where the bureaucracy requires us to spend more money just in order to fulfill our obligation to the bureaucracy, where we could have probably bought this truck for this trailer for maybe $8,000 to $10,000 or something.
Steve, how much money were we talking about?
It would be 39 in total, 34 of which would be from the ordinance, and then 5,000 would be supplemented from the Clean Communities grant.
Based on what I'm hearing, that seems to make sense.
So what do we have to do to proceed? Just your direction tonight, and we will put together the appropriate purchase order.
Do we have a motion to proceed?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So moved. Okay, Mr. Malky, you may proceed.
We'll formalize that in this.
The actual action, this is just authorizing Mr. Mountain to put it in formal, put it together for formal action by you.
Right, yeah, you will have to award the bid at a subsequent meeting. We just want to make sure before we presented that to you, the funding concept.
There's no timing issue, Steve?
No, we're still within the time frame if we do this at the next meeting.
Because the amount was above the bid threshold, that's what made the process so entirely confounding to buy a used vehicle. How do you expect a used vehicle?
Blue Diamond, we're faced with a decision to make a one-year contract extension?
Yes, we have an option in the waste hauling contract to, it actually provides for 3 one-year rollovers. We finished the 2-year base contract, and you're now at the point in which you have the choice of either rolling over the contract for another year at the same price annually, or to go out for a new bid. The reason we're bringing it up to you now is the laws with respect to garbage hauling contracts have a fairly prolonged advance legal process, a little different than the normal bids. This contract would not be up until June of 2012, but in order, if you wanted to rebid it, in order to be set to do that, we'd have to start the process for the next couple of months to set it up. My recommendation is that you did get a good price the last time this went out, substantially lower than the prior contract, and Blue Diamond, from a service standpoint, has been an outstanding provider. As we know, garbage collection is one of the more sensitive services a municipality can offer, and we get very few complaints that can't be resolved with them. So my recommendation would be to extend for the 1 year, but there certainly is no wrong answer about wanting to go out for bidding.
My problem.
They didn't pick up Mr. Tree's
They ignored my garbage this morning. They
Not
decided
good timing on their part, I think.
Yeah, no, they came through it around 8 o'clock, where they normally come at 11, and I can't put it out the night before because we have bears in the neighborhood that like to take the garbage and move it up and down the street. But all other than that, the years that we've had Blue Diamond, since we've been using Blue Diamond, I know the years I was mayor and even now, complaints dropped significantly from our previous scavenger, so I highly recommend it.
Steve, the one-year extension, is it the same price as this year?
Correct, yes.
So there's no change, and you're not aware of any cost-support reductions in
No,
garbage?
we benefited from one of those the last time it was bid, but I don't think the economics have changed again in the last 2 years to the level where it would yield a much lower price. I mean, you never can say never, but I don't think you'd be dealing with a much lower price. And you would have the possibility of a change in carrier that may be not as well-liked as the one you have.
Well, I know you talk to different administrators, so maybe over the next year you talk to people, you can see
Yes.
what's going on.
Yes.
But I don't have a problem with it either way.
We're gonna hold price for another year.
The only thing that should be noted, I gather, is they can adjust the sticker price if the tipping fee by the county is increased.
That is within.
The sticker pays strictly for the tipping fee for the waste. So when you, for every 15 pounds, it's, I think, 70 cents now. And when it first started, it was $1. So that you are paying for the disposal of the garbage, the municipality is paying for the truck to come around and pick it up.
Okay, so is the consensus a motion to authorize Mr. Mountain to extend the
I will,
contract for a
I
year?
will make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by like sign, so moved. Mr. Mountain, let's extend the contract for a year. All right, will you bring us up to date on the Mendham TV interlocal agreement and what we have to do here?
Yes, the mechanism in which the township and the borough manage the television station, or public access television station, is via an interlocal services agreement. It's an annual agreement that we enter into. You have before you a renewal of this agreement. The one change that has been recommended by the Mendham TV board, for the reasons I'll outline in a moment, is that the elected officials that currently sit right now as appointed members of the board, one from each community, be changed to liaisons to that board, meaning they would still attend the meetings, still have a role in the board process, but would not be taking the spot of a more active member who would be involved in some of the subcommittee work, as well as to have a possible role as chair, vice chair, etc. And those are roles that the elected officials have not participated in up to this point. The board really feels this is necessary to open up some additional spots for interested representatives, for residents from both communities that would be interested in taking a more active role with the board. That is the only change. It has been discussed directly with the two elected officials that are currently serving on the board. Neither of them have any objection with this. Mary Beth is not here, but if she were, I could have spoke to her about it. She did not have any objection to this. I know that Ellen Saman and other members of the board have had discussions with Neil Henry, and he is, as I understand it, equally supportive of this. Would continue to serve, but not in a role that would be an active role. So that's the only change. Everything else is exactly the same as the prior agreements that we've entered into on this.
So what do we have to do now?
This would be, you would vote on this to authorize the execution of this agreement, and the borough would have to do the same, and once both parties have voted affirmatively, then this could be executed with the borough.
Mr. Counselor, can this be done by voice vote, or do we have to have resolution?
I'm sorry, I was
Okay,
writing
caught you off
a
guard.
response to Mr. Creek's question, so.
Can we do a voice vote for the agreement for Mendham TV?
Is it intended to be final action? You know, why don't you just do a roll call and eliminate any doubt, if you don't mind?
Mrs. Carlson, a roll call, please.
We have to have a motion first.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a motion to enter into the Mendham TV interlocal agreement.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please, Mrs. Carlson.
Mr. Creed?
Yes.
Mr. Hurd? Mrs. Thomas? Mr. Tully?
Yes.
Mayor Chupetin?
Yes.
I assume that we then have a memorializing resolution down the road.
I think it has to be approved by the borough first and then the interlocal.
Both parties have to.
As an interlocal agreement, yeah.